Hey everybody, it's Miranda here with a altered cigar box that I created for the Piece by Piece design team. It's Beverly Store, and of course she has the most amazing laces, not to be biased, but she truly does. Of course there will be links to her store down below. This box is for the one and only Arlene, my Butterfly Kisses 12 here on YouTube. So we did a swap. She asked me to do a swap probably about like October of last year, and we both were just so busy. We were kind of being slow on it, but I got her box about 2 weeks ago and I had an issue with mine, so I finally got it fixed. It was just a nightmare. This box was a nightmare, y'all. It was so hard. It's a slide open box and I could not, it ended up breaking. Chris finally fixed it for me and pieced it back together. I'm so lucky I have a handyman. But so it's working now. It's actually opening. I was like, I can't send her a box that doesn't open. So anyway, we got it fixed, and still catches a little bit, but it'll work. I wanted to use the Graphic 45 paper. I did another project for her, and I used the same paper. She is on the Graphic 45 design team, so I just kind of wanted to use the same paper and actually use the same, like the Lady Space. The other thing I made for her was that altered clock a while back. It's already packaged up in the box though. So anyway, I'm really flattered that Arlene wanted to do a swap with me. Like, you just don't even understand. When she sent me the message on Facebook, I was just dying. I'm a huge fan of Arlene. She's a super sweet lady. I love her. She's a great friend. So it was awesome to create something for her. So anyway, of course, butterflies, lots of butterflies going on. But I wanted to do, the other one I did was kind of like a little more mixed media, and this one I wanted to do kind of vintage, kind of more her style. So this is what I came up with. The box is pretty big. And I used the Tim Holtz feet that my friend Crystal had sent me a while back. I knew I wanted to use it on something special and figured what a better box to do it on than this one, because it was pretty big. So got the Timmy feet on there, and I just kind of whitewashed them a little bit. I lined the whole thing with paper all the way around, and then on the bottom as well with the Graphic 45 paper. Did some masking here with my Prima reverse brick mask. So did that all the way around. Here on the front of it, I took another piece. I do believe this was from either a Lady's Diary or Fashionista One, and I just poked holes and laced it up with some black chain that I had in my stash, and then the little pearl paper showing through. This is the, I want to say, Maya Road trim from Beverly Store. It's one of my favorites that she's had. I had to get some more a while back. I just think it's so vintage looking. Here's what I have left of it. It's just so super vintage looking and beautiful. And I apologize, the sun is coming in. I'm trying to keep it a little to the left so the glare ain't on there. But anyway, this trim is absolutely gorgeous. When I did my hot air balloon for the Piece by Piece, this was like the most perfect trim to use for it. So I love it. I used that all the way around it. And because this box does slide open, I had to be real crafty here on the front and, you know, cut it on the lid part and then try to make it look like it was still one seamless piece. I put that all the way around. This is some black dentil, I can't pronounce it right, lace from Beverly Store, and I know she still has this in stock because I just got some more from her store. Absolutely beautiful lace though. And then what I did is I took these little pearl bling pieces and I painted them white, and I placed them all the way around. There's little like dots. I was going to put them on all the little dots, but I thought that would just be too much, so I just placed it in the center dot all the way around on the lace, all the way around the box. Okay, so that is it for the base of it. And then the top of it, of course, I wanted this beautiful Graphic 45 image to show. That was the focal point. So I put that there, and then I put a little necklace on her with the same little pearls that I dyed white because they were a blue color and it didn't quite blend well. Plus I cut the butterflies out and just dressed them up a little bit and put little pearls in the center of them, and I ruffled up all of the edges. The box lid comes off, and then there's still about this much of a gap, so I had to cut the paper bigger so it looked like it covered, you know, the whole thing. But I really liked the way it looked with a little bit of the box showing through and just kind of distressed and tattered and vintage looking. So that is what I did there. Let me try to put it here and zoom backwards so that that glare is not too bad. Y'all excuse me for 1 second. Okay, I think that's better. And then I wanted to do the rolled paper look that I got from Rose S915. She was one of my big inspirations when I first started out here on YouTube. Still is, but she doesn't do videos anymore. But anyway, she had came up with that on one of these shadow boxes she had done, and I absolutely loved it. So you just kind of roll the paper over. So I did that there and just kind of distressed it up. Used the, I think that's all Lady's Diary paper. So it's just different levels, gives it a lot of dimension and stuff. Here on the side I use some tool trim. She doesn't have, I don't think she has this exact one in her store anymore, but she has other ones, and this is a bright funky colored one. And then I also have blue, and she has a couple other colors as well. So it's really fun trim to work with. So I put that there, and then I just put some flat back pearls from my stash on it too, and I just thought it looked really, really pretty and suiting on there. Okay, so then for the top part, of course, it's going to Arlene, so I wanted to use a lot of butterflies. Fussy cut some more out and put them up here. This is a Tim Holtz, one of the little knob handles, and I just whitewashed it and I adhered it there and actually screwed it through, so that, because this is what you use to open it, so I screwed it in there so that it was nice and sturdy. I used some more of that Maya Road vintage looking trim all the way up here, and I just kind of went in a circle, and you can see it coming down here. I almost made like a big flower out of it, just as kind of like a layer for everything else to go on. So it's all the way back in there and poking out down here. And I just used a little bit of a Prima spray that I had, and some Mime Roses flowers, and different ones, Kaiser Crafts and stuff like that. So I just put those all the way around there, whitewashed everything. This is a little metal flower poking out back there. And then this is a butterfly that my friend, I think Sandra, had sent me these. So I used that one, and then I put a metal butterfly in the center of it. And then I have some pink rosebuds poking out up here, and I did color the stems with my Copic marker because I don't like the green stems for some reason. So I did that. So it's basically it, pretty simple. And then I tucked another little Iron Roses flower back in there. You can just barely see it poking out. So I kept it kind of simplistic, kind of vintage, kind of minimalist. But that is what I came up with, and I really hope she likes it. So I'll try to give her two different styles, and then I'll open it up, and it is kind of catches, and it's really bothering me, but coming from where it was, I mean, it was just a nightmare. When I had painted it, it had, like, was too much for this to still open. So as I was trying to sand it, I ended up breaking the box. So Chris had to, like, piece it back together. I had to recover one side with paper. It's just been like a crazy nightmare with this box, but I'm really happy with it now, and I really hope she likes it. So anyway, so you open up the top, and I just could only paint the inside of it and kind of just dressed it up with my Prima sander to make it look really vintage, because any paper on it was causing it not to go in there. So I lined the whole inside with the Graphic 45 paper, and then I added some more butterflies just punched out of the paper, and she can store stuff in here, and I mean, it can all be flattened down, but I just have it kind of dimensional for now. Another one of those pretty butterflies. So just have some butterflies on the inside for her, and then covered the bottom of the box as well. So that is what I came up with. The laces are all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's such a pleasure to work for Beverly's store and get to work with such beautiful laces. So I hope you guys like my box, and like I said, there will be links to the Piece by Piece Etsy, the Piece by Piece blog, the whole 9 down below, and then my blog as well, so you guys can see more pictures, and then get linked back to the store for all the products that I did use. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful week, and I will catch up with y'all later. Bye.